Are you ready?
I was born ready, Dennis.
All right.
Um, yeah, we got to pick up with Raylan and James again. Enough dilly dallying. The horse is coming. He kicks around, overcomes whatever stumbling he was going over, and then picks up the pace. Raylan. James is down there with this unconscious body, and the King of Nightmares draws near. What do you do?
Yeah. So I had my machete out like as I went running in here. I'd like pop it back on my back. And kind of like bend my knees a little bit, get ready to like jump and grab, and just okay. When you're done with your dead friend, help me, please. And I just get ready to when he gets close enough. My plan is to jump and like grab onto Bone. That's my plan. Yeah, it's
So good.
yeah.
James, he calls down to you. You can hear the pounding sound of the hooves now, right? And the ground is quaking underneath you every second, and you're just kind of staring at this body you have untethered from something you don't see. What do you do, James?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. Because I'm going to spend another hold,
Spend another hold.
my last hold,
Oh.
to... Ah! Hold on. Choose a character that can see or hear you and direct them out of a bad position. I want to direct them out of the position that we're in now and get him onto the horse.
So you're going to help Raylan get up to the horse.
Yeah.
You spot the glowing shadow of the Colossus. Right after.
Right over there. now on your left.
Okay. If you do that, you're going to give up your own chance to get on the horse. But he does have 2 rows of hooves, and maybe you can grab onto the back hoof.
Yeah, and like his back legs are like 3 blocks away. So
Well, if I'm gonna, oh fine. I guess I won't spend the last of my hold. I guess that I too will climb to defeat the beast.
Okay. And are you bringing Vadim with you?
Like over my back? Yeah,
put it
sure.
in your papoose.
I'll throw him over.
So you're going to hold him with one hand and leap onto the horse with the other.
Yeah, you said I'm a badass, so why not?
That's some James Blackwater shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a big, strong man. Do you have any, like, monster hold that you could do to do that or anything?
Monster hold?
Monster's heritage?
I have Monster's heritage, but none of those things. Unless I have Sever Soul, I can call for reinforcements. I can take prisoners to a Lord of Death. I have a prisoner. I'm taking it to a Lord of Death. It's not untrue.
Well, I mean, he's already here. That's not what I'm thinking about. You have delivered him. Thank you. Do you have any move that will help you perform a feat of superhuman strength?
I have personal deity and divine guidance.
Yeah, your deity is severed to you for now. Yeah, I think you can't do both. You need both hands to deal with this horse hoof.
I guess I'm just leaving him on the ground then.
Okay. So both of you defy danger with your strength for sure.
Oh no.
Born for this.
Raylan, you leap up. These hooves are coming, and you all are looking at each other for a second, with a look that can only be described as this is our actual plan. Okay.
I came up with it.
And yeah, you kind of both take a flaming horse hoof to the face. But just through all of the burning and the ouchies, Raylan, you're going to take a -1 forward to your next action, but you're actually suffering through the pain rather well.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
The machete on my back is a ward of protection that protects me against magic.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. No, you're good then.
Well, I have to roll it, but
Nah. You got a 10+. Oh. You're good. That's good enough
okay,
for
then.
me. Even a little bit of protection, right? Even not against the whole effect would be enough to you're power and climbing your way up a horse femur, grabbing onto sizzling sinews like ladders. James Blackwater, on the other hand, did not fare so well in the initial assault.
Sorry, it'll be fine.
Let me look up. Okay, James. You're gonna take damage. This fire is burning right through you. Your armor gives you some magical protection, but you are being your skin is being melted away and burned, revealing your bones. Right.
It's the same thing as last time. It's all right.
So roll 2d12 plus 5.
Still okay.
That is 13.
It's just a big horse.
It's the best of, so it's 13 damage, 1 piercing.
Yeah, baby stuff.
Trauma. Oh my god.
Did I go through my armor, all of it?
It's just 1 piercing.
No, I mean my armor.
Oh, well, you get to roll against that, don't you?
Yeah.
You roll a d6 to reduce it because of your scary skeleton man armor. That's a good roll.
Man, so spooky.
So 7 damage, 1 piercing.
I also have. I don't know if it matters if anything additional is coming out. I also have a ward as well. My armor is a ward of protection.
Your armor is a ward of protection. Well, you failed the roll. Get out of my face.
Puta.
James, as you climb, you're not being harmed really that bad, but it is tearing. It's melting away your skin. You're seeing your bones being exposed, and it doesn't hurt, right? It's like this vision of your future is being melted away right? You're losing grasp of it. You're losing sight of it. Now that you've had a taste of the power you could have, it's being taken away from you as you climb up the King of Nightmares, his 4 legs. So you guys go climbing up the bones, getting handholds where you can in the like craggy, burnt, exposed bone of the legs. And it's kind of horrible, the climbing, because when he kicks his legs up, you can't let go. If you do, you just go flying into the sky, right? So it's like he's kicking his legs up and you're basically holding on for your life. And then when it jams into the ground, you've got like a few seconds to move. Because, you know, the fulcrum of his legs, even though they're moving quickly, it's still pretty big. So his movements are a little slower. And you're scrambling, and then you're just holding like, and every time it feels like you're just going to shatter and go falling off. Until you near the top, where it doesn't move as much. And you get out of the flames, where you get behind the wind shear, basically. Somewhere on his back. You can hold on to the fur of a horse, right? You can grip it. And it does start to like come loose as you're jostled. So you have to like remove your grip. But you're clambering your way up the back. Only one way to the crown, and that's to the head. Which means you have to pass by the mane. And the mane of the horse, flailing behind it, like I said last time, there's smoke and sparks. Embers flying off the back of it. It's like a choking cloud. How do you do that?
Let's see. Let's see. No, it's not that. I mean, I don't know. Is it? I mean, if it is it also a magical effect?
Well, part of this is also keeping your balance. So there's a part of it that's a magical effect.
Sure. Okay. I mean, yeah. If it's All right. So if we get up there and like we're choking and stuff on the smoke hair. Well. Sure. So I guess my plan would be to stay low, like, you know, kind of crawl over his back. And rather than like grab onto the hair or whatever, I want to like grab onto the skin where, you know, beside the roots of the hair. Because if anything, I'm imagining that the smoke's coming out of like the tips or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. Stay low and get close.
Okay. Yeah. And what about you, James? We also know you have a ward of protection now, but are you doing?
Well, you see, here's the thing. Where are we trying to get to?
Basically, where Raylan's headed. Yeah.
Yeah, the top of his head, there's a crown. That's his only weak point.
Can I now spin my hold?
What's the hold?
That's the last skirmisher hold.
To maneuver your friend?
No. Not for him, no. To maneuver myself.
Okay.
Toward the skull.
Tell me how you do this in a quasi-superhuman manner.
Why's it gotta be superhuman, man? It's coming out of my wisdom. I know.
It's not, though.
I know. Wow. Okay. I guess I want to say that. So I have 2 swords, right? I draw my other long sword, and I think I dig in. That's how do I avoid moving or like falling off.
Okay.
And I like at each step I just start digging in, like it's like little ski poles, right? I'm just every few inches, I guess, that I move.
Okay. Raylan, once again, you are making your way slowly but carefully, getting to the right place. And then James Blackwater does something crazy and comes blowing past you as he is digging his swords into the hilt deep into the back of the fur. Blood comes out, and the blood is boiling. It shoots up into the sky, and steam and smoke shoots out of it. And then he pulls himself forward and just it does the same thing, and he keeps doing this like a fucking monster. Also, his skin is melting off still.
Yeah, like there's a moment where like when he breathes back, like just sort of wide-eyed, mouth agape. He might be my hero.
Hey.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get there and just get thrown off. GG, it's your turn.
All right, Raylan, defy danger with your strength.
Oh my god, what a good fucking roll.
Damn. Never mind. Raylan's
really good at horses.
I could go real fast too. He doesn't have swords. He just punches his fist elbow deep and does the same thing. No, Raylan, you're fine. But you both do have to defy a magical effect, which is the smoke. So, James, you're just not having to roll to make it to the place, but both of you roll your ward of protection.
All right, so 9. So 9, you can either suffer the effect to a lesser degree or exhaust yourself and mark an ability of your choice. Well, I already took the freebie one. To a lesser degree.
What is a lesser degree?
Well, I don't know.
What does the smoke do?
Well, I imagine it's gonna like disorient us and stuff. No, I'll be sick.
What about you, James?
I choose to be scarred.
The boiling blood.
I mean, it makes sense. Come on.
All right. Yeah. But the both of you, whoever got there first,
it's probably James.
is not so important because the both of you move through fire and smoke and make it, yes, to the base of the hairs, the roots of the main hair, where you've basically had to use that to climb up to the top of the King of Nightmares. His head. So we're back on one of these rides. As the two of you kind of bury yourself in the main hair and just start, like, riding your way up. Really no other way around it unless somebody's got one hold left, but turns out maybe Vadim was just a bunch of hold sync for the guy who doesn't have to roll to do anything. Both have to defy danger strength.
Boom, who cares? Horses, no big deal.
Jimmy Jack Blackwater.
What? None of those are my name.
On a 9. It's on to you to tell me what you see when you reach the top of the head, James. You get one of two choices. One of them is that you climb up and you appear burnt and scarred more than you were before, right? You are harmed a great deal more than when you started to climb up the neck. But over the top, you see that the King of Nightmares has sort of been veered off course and isn't currently stomping on top of your skeleton army. Or you can describe yourself as not harmed or damaged. Not any more than you were, right? But the King of Nightmares is attacking your skeletons.
Ah, I can raise them back. No, they're stomping on my skeleton.
Okay.
I'm not a man to sacrifice myself for my
They drop to their knees. They're all weeping.
So you both like come to the crown of the head, and just hanging on as now the King of Nightmares is running in that like pool of lava, and is just stomping, right, sending everything down into the burning depths. Your army is being massacred. And I mean, it's knocking all the nightmares into the hot lava too. But they just get up and start running again. Because that's like the thing. And you can see a big swarm of them, all these like flaming pony heads. Sort of like making their way swimming toward the mouth of the valley. And some of them are crawling their way up. Looking like they're trying to climb up and then spill into the valley. And murder all that they find living there. What do you two guys do?
So this crown.
Yes, spinning. It looks more like a wisp of flame gathered into a crown shape, right? But yeah.
Like, I guess, like, can I reach it with the machete? If I were to try?
Oh, no, not from here. Not at arm's length. You'd have to jump at least.
Oh, fuck you, Justin.
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb. I can't do that. Okay, so I mean, I have adventuring gear. Rope?
You can jump. Why can't you jump?
Because the whatever inertia, Justin.
You're both fucking superheroes at this point.
If you won't jump, I'll jump, and then you can decide what to do afterwards.
All right, Justin. All right.
You
tell me now. I guess if I fail, it's up to you. Whatever. If I jump, am I gonna go backwards?
That'll depend on the roll, right?
I know that's what I'm saying. Okay, but
it's like a timing puzzle, right? The head is moving like this, so you've got to jump when it reaches the crest here, so that you continue this inertia movement, right? You hit the crown, and then his head, when it's up here, you land back down. You were never more than like a foot off the ground.
All this math. Okay.
Now, if you jump like here, yeah, you're just gonna like.
Sure. Cool. Good.
Or here, yeah, you might go back, but yeah, it's a timing attack.
What would I be rolling to jump and attack? Is it special or?
This is clearly some trigonometry going on, so you're gonna be making an intelligence roll. No. I guess it's dexterity.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well. No, thank you. All right. So I'm up here. I guess like there's probably not anything to tie myself to. Really, you can get like a clump of flesh, but that'll probably just tear off. Damn it.
He's got ears. Oh, it is his skull. Never mind. I was gonna say he has ears, but
sure. Okay, fine. I guess I'm gonna look at Blackwater, who is taller than me, and can you give me a boost and just like hold on real tight?
Can you give me a boost?
God. No, I actually have an idea.
Yeah.
Do you have rope?
Yeah, sure.
Give me a rope.
Okay, I use adventuring gear. You have rope.
Tie yourself to me. And then
Here we go.
I'm I'm gonna plunge my swords into the skull of the horse,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna point upwards, jump. And so I'm aiding him in a fight, right? And he takes a +2 and a 1d4 forward.
Oh my god.
It's true, man. I finally have a use for the good soldier. I never use it because I never help it.
Oh man, this is the funniest thing. Okay, to get into the position to roll that aid roll, you have to, as you said in your own words, plunge your swords into the skull of the horse, which is how you know we're playing a fantasy role-playing game. For that, you are going to have to... Do you have any other holds or moves that you would use to do, once again, a superhuman feat of strength?
I have a bunch of blood interdiction stuff, but other than that, no.
Well, we'll tell you this, James. You can do it with bend bars, lift gates, but that means that when you dig your swords in, they are a temporary solution. Right?
This is a temporary solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah. You can't jam them all the way in to make them permanently hold there, but you can use them to hold yourself in place as you, like, dig out a big section, trying to hold your footing as Raylan does whatever the hell he's about to do.
Okay, that's fine.
So let's do a bend bars, lift gates.
Okay, cool.
Choose 3 options.
Doesn't take a very long time. What? Yeah. What? The other I'll think of values damage. That actually is good. I like that. Can fix the thing without a lot of effort.
Fine. We're not going to roll that one next time. It doesn't make sense. We're just going to do a Defy Danger Strength, and you got a 10+, so happy day. He's fine. He's fine. I just took out a chunk of bone. Well, I could put that back, no problem. Okay, so roll your aid.
Okay, you get a +2. And 24 forward to your attack.
Okay,
And also, James will face a problem.
that's fine. So, so yeah, I'm tied. I tied myself to him. He digs his things, and I have become a carny. Yeah, so I want to, like, you know, like he like bends down through that. I want to, like, kick off its back and, like, jump up to just sweep this thing with the machete.
We've gone full anime. We've gone full fucking anime.
Here we go.
Nah. And he goes flying. Action streaks. What color are your action streaks?
They're probably that aquamarine, I guess.
Okay. Aquamarine action streaks. And he does Demon's Flying Tail attack. And he rolls Hack and Slash with a +1.
+2.
Yeah. I don't have to roll the dexterity thing?
Oh, you do have to roll Dexterity, yes.
Okay. So this is +2 to the dexterity.
Yeah,
I'm just going to roll it anyway. Wow.
See, Dennis, if you hadn't mentioned anything, I got all excited with action lines.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't want to cheat kill your pony.
Wait, don't.
I have a 0 in dexterity, so.
Okay. You leap, Raylan, but, I mean, this is awkward. You're still sort of flailing in the sky. And you're going to be able to hit the crown, but you know, coming down, you're not going to have a good day.
That's something I can think about now.
So, go ahead and Hack and Slash as you pass by the crown.
Wow, I suck so bad now. Okay. So I get a D4 forward from you. Where's my thing? Where's my move? When you attack a spirit, ghost, or extraplanar entity, you deal plus 1d6 damage. So I get that also.
And I think you get something from James Blackwater also.
Yeah, the D4 from him. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. And my sword does plus 2 damage. Okay, so it's on top of this. It's 2 piercing, forcible, and messy, whatever that means to a flaming crown. Okay, so 15. Now here, Justin. You have to make a decision now.
Ooh.
So yeah, you deal plus 1d6 damage, and your foe can choose to return from whence it came instead of taking damage. So you can choose that. If not, when I kill him, he's gone forever, like banished from this realm, whatever.
He ain't going no place.
Okay, there you go.
Do you want to know what his instinct is?
Kill me.
Fly into a rage at the smallest of provocations.
That's right.
And this was not the smallest of these, sir.
I think I wrote that.
Ready yourself to spill blood as you come tumbling down. Now, first of all, you rolled a 7 on the hack and slash, which means you weren't so much as like flying by that crown like, oh, I can't hit it. You were flying straight through it, and it's made of fire, and it burns.
Ouch.
2d12 plus 5.
Jesus. Okay, well.
9 damage, 1 piercing.
Okay, so then I take 7. Okay.
And you go flailing forward. You do smack into the crown, and when your sword hits it, there seems to be a crack put in it, right? The problem is that when you hit it, it did seem to cause pain to the King of Nightmares. And he, like, violently shakes his head, knowing now where you are.
Oh, I'm like a tetherball.
So his big lumbering head, like, turns sideways now and is, doing, like, a whipping motion as you are now being drawn into it. And you aren't landing on top of the skull. You land on the cheekbone. On your chest, all the wind rushes out of you. And you get hurt again.
It's okay.
10 damage, 1 piercing.
Okay. Alright. Well.
And yeah, you're exposed to like the white hot flaming bone, hugging it to stay in place now, right? You're back on the roller coaster. James Blackwater. Yeah, Raylan went off the side of the horse, and now you're holding on because you're attached to the head that's all flailing around. So you had your swords dug in this way, and it was like, got this figured out, right? And then it whipped the swords all which ways. What do you do?
When it whips its head, I guess I jump and try and hit the crowd. Unless it looks quite impossible to do so.
You could maybe jump to hit the crown, but then you don't get to make a roll to be back on top of the head because it's just going to fling you to the ground.
We are attached to each other.
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
But you're attached to the skull now, right?
I'm holding it. I wouldn't say attached.
So you can do that, James. But now it would put the weight on Raylan. He'll have to make a roll to hold on. Then you know that you're putting that on him.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Do you? I'm not worried.
Cool. We're badass. We're gonna do it. Yeah, I jump and I try and.
Defy danger with
I
your
trust
dexterity.
in Raylan.
And let's be honest, James, you'll be fine at the end of this anyway.
Not true. Not in fact.
You have bloody aegis, and you'll be
It's
fine.
true. But I don't want to black knife myself.
So James goes leaping, and Raylan, you feel the rope now tighten on you as you have to hold on even tighter. And James, defy danger with your dexterity. James is fine. Raylan, defy danger with your strength.
Come on. Come on.
10. Boom.
Yes.
We're good.
It's a hero moment. He hangs on. And you're being flung through the air, James. Much more under control than Raylan was. And you spin around with sword held high. I guess both swords, because you did not describe letting them go. And give a double swing down. Roll your hack and slash.
And I don't know if that's really applies, but I've got Spirit Warrior. I don't think it does anything, but
The Spirit Warrior doing what?
it's just fiction stuff.
It dismays, frightens the enemy.
There you go. You frighten the King of Nightmares. Fuck this horse.
Fuck this horse.
Scared.
Fuck this horse.
Oh, plus, what is a longsword?
+1.
Whatever, that's fine.
You're calm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so James flings
It's
around.
cold.
It feels cold. Feels real cold.
Oh no, James. What happens when you roll a 6 on that move?
It just says it makes them feel cold.
It like chills their soul or whatever.
So it does nothing to them. Yeah, it has no real effect.
Can I spend a hold to sever his soul?
No, it can't hurt him. You can't sever his soul. But what you can do is put another big crack in that crown. And when James Blackwater strikes at the crown, you definitely see something change. And the King of Nightmares doesn't flail his head so much as his legs lock up beneath him. And he actually stumbles, kind of almost face first, into this pool of lava. Yes, this is bad news for Sparrow and Rama. As hot molten rocks go spilling up over the side and down into the valley. But the King of Nightmares stumbles, and James and Raylan, his head comes to a halt now. Right? So the flames go out for a moment. And now you're hanging on to like the fur of a horse, Raylan, connected to a rope. And you're dangling probably 15 foot above a pool of molten magma.
Exactly where I want to be.
And James is sprawled somewhere on the head, like on the nose or something. Still a flaming crown, but it looks highly damaged.
I'm gonna monkey my way up there.
But we come back around to Sparrow and Rama. Sparrow and Quentin.
We're all fine. It's fine. It's gonna be okay.
Take out your inner demon, Quentin. Take him out.
So Quentin, roll discern realities for me real quick as you move through the smoke.
Wait, no, I rolled a 4 before.
Oh, you did roll a 4 before.
Yeah.
Okay. So Quentin goes moving through the smoke, trying to find the demon again. But we get a cut back over to Tin and Sparrow. And Tin says, Why did you do that?
Sparrow looks like her brows furrow. She looks confused. She shakes her head slightly and says, "Do what? Why did I do what?"
Why did you give me the book?
You said you wanted power. I asked you if you wanted to learn to be a warlock, and you said yes.
Yeah, but why? But I thought we were gonna. I thought you were gonna do it too.
She looks like she frowns a little, like a little, not quite sad, but yeah, and not guilty, but maybe a little regretful, and says, I thought it was what I wanted, but power wasn't what was going to make me happy. That's not to say that I would never plan on leaving you. There's lots of people around here that work together, even if they're not all the same. I wasn't planning on I was never going to abandon you. And to be perfectly honest, by this point, there was nothing more I could teach you.
But and he like holds up his hands, his weird monster hands now, and he kind of like looks around, right? Like, but you were supposed to protect me.
If it was in my power to do so, I would. Unfortunately.
And back over at Quentin, moving between stones. Yeah, we see him moving and a figure up above him, behind a stone, is stalking him now, looking down on him. Quentin, let me have you. Let me have you defy danger with your defy danger wisdom.
Nine. Wait, no. It's a 10? I don't know if Sparrow's advantage helps you. No.
Hers don't get
Never mind.
advantage.
No, but did you use the +1 forward
From
that I
what?
gave you? You never used it.
No, yeah, the 4. 4.
Okay.
Never mind.
So Quentin, as you're moving along, you hear a scrape and some pebbles and dirt come falling down from above, and you know he's up there about to pounce on you. What do we see you do?
Yeah, I think I wait until the last minute before I turn around and do my thing. So I'm gonna try to lure him in.
Yeah.
Then
So, like, if he leaps down at you, you wait till he's already leapt and then spin around and slash him when he can't dodge.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's just this moment as you know he's there and you keep moving, and this shadowy figure crouches, right, with an axe held high and is just about to leap. And, we jump back over to 10.
What do you want?
He says... He reaches over, right? He like just extends his hand out, and it's like he's grabbing at the sky. And he starts to tear away. It seems like he's just tearing away like a curtain to a different place. You see him tearing away, and there's like a dark, shadowy forest, like the one we saw in Quentin's dream. And he says, "I need you to give me a reason not to do to you what you did to me."
Wait, what did I do to you?
Is that what you say while he's tearing open a rift to a different reality to murder you?
Yeah, she's confused.
He said, okay, as he tears it further, he says, you gave me to her, then you walked away, and then you gave me to him, and then you murdered me.
So Sparrow's getting a little annoyed at this point.
Okay.
And she like puts one hand on her hips and says, all right, first of all, make a choice.
He is
Either
making
you
a
want to,
choice.
no. Either you want to talk or you want to fight. You can't have both. So either stop pulling that dark shit and talk, or go ahead and take action. If you want answers, then you need to listen to them. If you want to kill me, I'm right here. Come do it. And she tosses her sword away. If that's gonna make you feel better, have at it.
Okay, he tears open a hole to the land of dreams and nightmares. And what comes rushing out? It is... Yeah, it's a figure in the shape of the Black Annis. A woman with dark hair. Slender, but she is coming out frothing and filled with rage. And she levels, I don't know, like a death ray at you. type spell. Quentin, as this thing is leaping down at you and you're about to spin and slash it, it disappears when you spin. There's nothing there.
Okay.
So Sparrow, she levels this dark bolt of death dealing at you. What do you do?
She's aware of it, her, whatever it is. But she doesn't took her eyes from 10. Like, she's staring right at him. Like, she may flicker a glance toward it, but then she looks back at him. And she says, I hope vengeance suits you more than it did me. And she just waits.
Okay, so then I guess you get where's that thing? That's gonna be a D10 plus 1.
Wait, you're pulling a Quentin? What's happening?
She's using her newfound freedom to choose not to fight. Holy shit.
Okay, I'll let you know that's a trademark move.
Is it? Do I need to pay you royalties?
A gold coin, miss.
So this
Get out of this, I can give you a lot of gold coins.
So this ignores armor, and it's not so harsh at first, right? It basically feels like a punch to the face. Yeah, Quentin, you spun and nothing happened, and you see Sparrow now. Or you hear Sparrow being attacked, I guess.
Well, we all have our problems to deal with. I have my own. So I'm gonna keep looking for... Wait, no. I have a friend who's much more wiser than me. I'm gonna bother
I
Archibald.
sure hope you're not okay, I was gonna say, I sure hope you're not talking about Sparrow, because she is not wise.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap Archibald and... Oh, hint at me. What should I do?
Okay, roll it.
I don't know in what reality he doesn't just tell you to go home.
I don't know. Someday, I'll roll the 10. He'll actually say that. Like, just drop it.
What I've been trying to tell you all this time is go home, motherfucker! Get out of there!
What he tells you is you're all going to die.
Okay, Archie, no.
Okay, really? We didn't need to know that. We already know that.
What he's telling you, though, is soon.
Well, out of loop. That was like 3 sessions ago.
What do you do, Quentin?
We're all going to die soon.
Yeah.
So I guess helping Sparrow is pointless.
That may be what
I
he's
wanna die. I
suggesting.
want vengeance first. So I keep looking.
You keep looking like you're gonna keep trying to attack the nightmare, or the yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you can see. You can see in the smoke. 10 is moving up towards Sparrow, and passing between a rock between you and them, you can see that little Quentin bastard with an axe over his shoulder, right? You can just see glimpses of his smiling face between between these rocks as he's moving towards Sparrow also. One of the times he's totally like facing you, and it's creepy. But only for a second.
But a second.
And you see them sort of bearing down on Sparrow. So you're going to go after the Quentin thing?
Yes.
Do you sneak up on him? Or you just go charging?
No, Quentin doesn't sneak.
Excellent. So Sparrow, you get hit and not tossed to the ground. And Tin comes walking toward you and screams out, if you didn't like it, why didn't you ask me if I didn't like it? What if she told me to leave you?
Sparrow just shakes her head and says, I told you you have a choice. You act or talk. You're done talking. You want answers, you stop this. Otherwise, go ahead and finish it.
And he's kind of deciding whether or not to do that. I don't think he gets to make a decision. Because still Black Annis is walking up toward you in your peripheral. And as she's about to deliver a death blow, there's screaming. And Quentin comes running. I mean, he's wearing armor, but it'd be way better if he was like, his shirt was torn. And he comes leaping over a stone. Is your sword on fire, Quentin?
Yeah, let's say. Yeah, it's on fire.
His sword is flaming as he comes leaping over the stone and delivers a slash. Go ahead and deal damage, Quentin.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that is pretty good. Damn. You hit it again, and when you do, there's another screech, and this kind of like deafens all of you because you're so close to it this time, and you all sort of drop down to your knees, deafened. And when you come to, Sparrow's the first to come to. You see Tin like scurrying around, startled, very badly. Right, he's still 15, despite how much of an edgelord he's become. And so he didn't keep his composure well, but he's trying to like get back to his feet and see what the fuck is going on. And Quentin is attempting to do a Hulk Hogan thing, but his armor's made of metal, so it's really hard. So he stops before anybody notices, but you totally saw it for a second.
Yeah. I'm doing the Ric Flair scream.
And that's when you see the splash of the molten rocks come whipping up over the like cliff face. There's a horrible scream from the King of Nightmares, like that horses when they're being, bitten or hurt, and like a wave, it comes running over the side and then drops down as a waterfall. You all are some distance from that, but it is falling down now and spilling into the valley.
Question.
Yeah.
I'm sure the answer is no, but can the Endure roads protect me from that?
Can the what now?
There's a road for clerics. It's called Endure. Now, it says walking across burning sands.
No, yeah, I think so. Sure.
Okay.
Who do you cast it on?
You? Duh.
I mean,
Actually,
die.
yeah.
He's immortal.
I think I grabbed 10.
He's not used to being immortal though.
Mm,
Like he just remembered that he's immortal.
Yeah, but now
yeah,
he
but
knows
now I
it.
know. Sure of it. Do I grab Sparrow? Do I grab 10?
Take my boy.
Get 10. Take 10.
Fuck
Like
that,
that-
take Sparrow.
wait.
I still say use it on yourself.
I'll do it on Sparrow, okay.
Cast that spell.
I don't.
Wow.
I get
Okay, now I don't.
Enjoy dying, dude.
Now I don't feel so bad about casting it on her. I'd rather you not have killed 10.
He doesn't kill 10.
Well,
He
yeah,
casts
'cause-
this spell, and it doesn't act the way you wanted it to. Quentin. Something very weird happens. You cast this spell, and maybe it's what you wanted it to do. You didn't mean for it to do. Maybe this was a better version, but what happens is Sparrow doesn't like get a bubble or anything around her. She doesn't turn to stone, right? For a few minutes. She doesn't just poof. It seems like something invisible reached up and grabbed her and pulled her through the rock. She was gone. Sparrow, everything was black.
Okay.
And you look over and you see running. And before the lava hits him, he goes running, leaps, and springs a pair of bat wings.
Yeah.
And flies away up out of the reach of the hot magma. And Quentin, hits you right in the face. Most painless death ever. You've been through like all of them, and you know, like, tidal wave of lava, best way to go. I left nothing behind. It didn't hurt for an instant, and it was super fucking metal.
Yeah, in the scale of epicness, this is the best one.
And ten is the child that Terrasan wants.
Raylan and James Blackwater, we come back to you as the King of Nightmares is flailing back and forth now. And we have to enter stage 3 of the boss fight, where what he's doing is he's trying to bury his face in the hot lava, like it's nacho cheese. His head is the tortilla. And but it's not deep enough to catch his whole head, and he's still kind of crippled leg-wise. So he's just kind of like slamming his face into the rocks and trying to just dunk it under one good time to burn the fuck out of both of you. What are you guys doing?
I climb.
I
Scramble
climb
up.
as well.
Okay, both of you defy danger strength. Get yourselves climbed up.
I suck so bad. I'm still attached to James Blackwater.
That's okay, because I don't.
You are no longer attached to James Blackwater. That
Cool.
rope that has been on fire for a good minute finally isn't a rope anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and James, the both of you are climbing and trying to get in place, and you see Raylan slip, right? And the both of you get spread apart, and he slips at a steeper like angle all of a sudden, which jerks you forward but snaps the rope. And Raylan, you go tumbling down the side of the horse. We're gonna deal damage to you.
Okay. This could kill me if I roll bad enough.
That's what we're trying to see. If you fell into the lava. So
Well,
15.
So
One piercing.
that's exactly enough to kill me. Damn it.
Damn.
There are no other holds or anything. I don't want to skip over the fact that
I have nothing left.
Chaos.
I can't reroll damage. I blocked off my chaos. I can't do. I mean, I failed, so whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I have is that magic ward, but this is fucking lava, so.
We don't see Raylan where he tumbles to. We see from James Blackwater perspective. He disappears over the other side of the head and the rope snaps. So you don't see where Raylan went. You can assume safely he fell into a pit of lava and he's not here with us anymore. But you're James Blackwater and you're staring up. You're kind of on the nose, like I said, of it. So you're kind of staring directly eye to eye with the King of fucking Nightmares. And his crown is still there, cracked and withered. What do you do, James?
We're on my blades, right? I think James actually is. I mean, Raylan was his friend, right?
Yeah.
We've all seen how far James will go for his friends. So I think he's enraged. I like it actually. It's something that hurts James. Is the feelings, man.
The feels.
Gotta ride the feelings.
Feels bad, man.
So I think he's gonna propel himself, even if it's like for the final time, right? I don't think he's going for a second shot here. Straight for the crown with both blades raised.
Hack and slash.
Oh!
Ah, yes.
Wow. Wow.
Probably just wants to see me, but...
So James, you start going, and there is like a splash, a mist of molten stone that comes up as his head like drags against the bottom of this pit, this pool. So we're gonna have you take damage as you like lose your footing.
Oh, wait.
17 damage, 1 piercing. Roll your, and you can resist it magically still.
I think that's it.
Do your armor resistance. Ooh, 16 damage, 1 piercing.
Ain't nothing, that's chump change.
And your armor is damaged by 1 point.
It's still chump change, it's still, that's,
It's starting to destroy your armor. All the burning and the melting.
It's okay. He has bloody agent.
Oh, that's fine.
We're gonna be here forever.
oh no, all I need to do is hit it a couple more times, I'm fine.
So what do you do then, James?
It's about 15, right?
Yeah. 16, 1 piercing.
Oh! Ooh! Yeah, I can't have it again. I'm gonna try and get into a position where I can do that again, strike it again. I'm gonna just keep going after it.
Okay. Hack and slash. This time it strikes true. You double down grip, take a few lumbering steps, and leap up at the crown. Deal your damage.
For the West Marches.
Wait, this is my second time hitting it, right?
Yes, this is your third time, actually, I think.
That was the second time.
No,
It is your second time hitting it.
It is, yeah, this is your second
So I
time.
get the
I'm
extra
sorry.
1d4.
Woo!
But
Damn
good
it!
enough.
Damn it!
Fucking serious.
That's so much damage. 15 damage, messy. With 3 piercing. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. This was overkill even more.
I told you, it's like a line of tags.
You leap up. The last thing we see is James Blackwater. He gets splashed. His armor is melting. He's almost a skeleton again. So, and he takes these lumbering steps, leaps up, and drives his blades through the crown of the King of Nightmares, and it shatters. Like shrapnel in every direction. And the king gives out a horrible cry again as his bones start to crumble apart before you, James Blackwater.
You're gonna deal with lava, but I am gonna raise this. I do have to read the rest of my move. I am dead, but because he decided not to return from whence he came.
Yes.
Let's see. Where is it? When you reduce spirit to ghost, whatever, to 0 HP, its soul is henceforth trapped inside my machete. That's what the fucking Howling Flood changed. It can still be encountered in astral visions and the plane of my machete.
So his bones crumble to dust, and James Blackwater, you are basically belly flopping into a pool of lava. What do you do?
Sacrifices had to be made.
Do you have any move whatsoever?
I've got nothing, man. You reduced me to nothing. Nothing left. The most I have blood and tradition shit. I can.
Yeah, what are those?
Summon reinforcements underneath me. I don't know. Yeah, it's like summon reinforcements, take prisoners to the Lord of Death, and sever his soul from my body.
What is the thing that you do to get more hold? Just out of curiosity.
Sacrificing people. Thanks.
Oh. Yeah, he sacrificed himself before.
I don't need more hold. I have plenty of hold. I just can't do anything with the hold.
Yeah, just serve on skeletons.
Can't you summon like flying reinforcements? Like summon eagles. Tolkien this.
This is the Lord of the Rings.
I'll tell you what, spend a hold. Spend a hold to summon a reinforcement.
I spend all my holds on reinforcement.
I mean, just for now, just spend one. You need it. Or else you roll last breath.
Alright, well, okay.
You were nearer to the cliff edge than you thought, because hanging from the side of it, a big bone fist reaches out and grabs James Blackwater. Your ogre lieutenant is there. The ogre skeleton. He's, like, got his big, like, you know, his hip bone he had before as a club. It's, like, dug into the ground, and he's, like, reaching out, and he grabs you. And slings you up against the wall, and you survive, James Blackwater. And we know that at least one of your skeletons survived the fucking fight.
Shut up.
It's like the Iron Giant.
Exactly.
Raylan is nowhere to be seen, and this is our end of session. Well, let's do Raylan's last word.
Yeah.
Come on. You've done it before.
Yeah, I know.
Champion! He's a
Yeah,
champion!
there you go.
He's a champion!
God. Oh, man. I hate it. I hate doing that.
He's a champion!
Can't take Raylan from us.
Woo! Well, we'll make a deal next week, Raylan. We'll see if you're actually alive. Yeah, Raylan, you don't wake up in a pit of lava or on the side like, ooh, magical saviors. You were spirited away, but you're in a throne room filled with gold.
Hooray!
And there's your best friend in the world,
Oh, I love him.
Dax
My good
Corvine.
friend. My good
And
friend
he
Dax
says,
Corvine.
"You have been a naughty boy." Did anybody resolve a bond?
Oh, it's fucking perfect.
Let's see.
Did I resolve a bond?
Sparrow, do you respect me more now?
I've never not respected you. Well, Old Sparrow didn't respect anybody.
Yeah. But do you respect him more than you did before?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's either one of two. But first, does Jacqueline Dreher understand that I'm worthy to become Lord of Death?
Yes. Yes, I think she made that absolutely clear.
Fuck yeah. I think the only one I could change was James, but like, it's already good. James Blackwater is crazy, but the voice in my head says I am too. I know we'll be able to do this if we work together. No. At this point, I think I've hung out with James too much. Like, I think we're just like best friends or whatever. I don't know.
Careful with all that best friend flinging. Okay.
The Drago's cool too. I like Drago's my friend.
Drago's no one's friend. No one likes Drago.
Drago's my friend.
Not even Drago.
So and Dax is my friend. I don't know.
Okay. But what wingman number is Drago?
Well, Drago's wingman number 1, of course.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
Wow.
Very good. Yeah.
Whoa!
Woo!
Here from the
Black-
beginning.
How many
I helped
times?
you so many times.
But James Blackwater.
How many times did Sparrow come to Quentin's aid?
I don't
Once,
care about Quentin.
but I'm immortal.
I'm not
I can count.
talking about you guys, dude.
James
he's talking
Blackwater and
about
I conquered the pony together.
Yeah. Yeah, he helped you fell your like mortal enemy.
Yeah. Wish I was alive to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's grounds for a bond change, yeah.
I know.
I mean, I have this one. If I fail to attain the essence of death, I shall ensure Raylan will take my place. But if I think Raylan's dead, I mean, I'd much rather resolve it with a PC than an NPC, but
Okay.
I don't know how I would resolve that. I will avenge his death by killing
Yeah, no.
something.
Yeah, you can let that lie and pretend that he's dead. Yeah. And change it when he comes back.
Okay.
Sparrow, you said Quentin, right? Or did Sparrow say anybody yet?
Sparrow tries to be a good girl, and she gets Quentin upset at her.
I mean,
She
Quentin
can't do
was
anything
just
right.
Quentin was just being jumpy, I think.
She can't do anything right.
10 was the one who was upset.
No, I'm talking about Quentin's new bond.
Oh.
That's not upset. That's just Quentin.
She's
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking Raylan, actually. Because
Okay,
I
now
have
I'm upset.
Raylan has killed me once and given my body over to his demon to play with. Now he has his claws in 10. I must find out what threat Raylan poses.
Oh, God. What has he done to him?
I'm not. I still need more information,
I gave him all the
But-
angst.
but I know that there's something going on. So I think it's just going to be a simple.
Is it like Raylan needs to answer for whatever he did to 10?
What I actually wrote is Raylan will answer for what he did to 10. Yes.
I can't wait for next week already. Did anybody complete their alignment?
Yes.
Sparrow tried, but 10 failed to kill her.
There you go. I got my new bond with James.
All right.
James Blackwater helped kill the King of Nightmares with me. I know he'd do anything for me. He's my best friend. There you go. Your Your bond has gone gold and will remain there forever now.
Gone cold.
Gone gold. It can no longer progress. It's perfect where it is.
What's your alignment? Did you do that?
Endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you. I mean, the rope thing I think was mutually helpful.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Everything we did today was either mutually beneficial or directly hurt all of my other friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
What about James Blackwater? Did you do your alignment?
I don't think so. I mean,
You
even
just-
like.
We did
beyond
talk about the
talking-
trigonometry.
I didn't even like intend to use my dudes on the bottom as a distraction. Really, they just kind of got stomped on anyway. So, not really.
Yeah, no. You used murder to get what you want. Quentin, what about you?
Defeat a worthy opponent.
Nope,
Come
you
on,
didn't.
man.
You didn't defeat
Damn
anybody.
it.
They were too
Crap.
slippery. That
It's never gonna end.
bad thing, it's fun. It's a good one. He's a dirty monster. Alright, so did we defeat a notable enemy?
Fuck yeah.
Raylan's finally dead. We're safe. King of Nightmares was destroyed. Everybody take 1 XP for that.
He's trapped inside my big dumb sword.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah. Another King of Death.
Yes, we learned a new King of Death, who's still out there, by the way.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Can you tell me his name again? I didn't write it down.
Vadim, Vadim.
Okay.
And
Come walking up on me again.
did we loot 250 coins or a priceless artifact?
I have the spirit of the King of Death inside my sword.
That's fair. That's fair. Take an XP.
Yeah.
Justin, I know that I have to make this deal with Dax Corvine, my
Yeah,
best
it's gonna
friend,
suck.
my other friend.
Yeah.
Can I level up inside his throne room?
No.
Damn it.
Conversation's gonna happen pretty much immediately.
Cool.
That deal's not allowed to be defend
You be
the
quiet.
King of Death.
You be quiet,
Oh man.
Mr. Blackwater.
Mr. Blackwater.
All right, that's the end of session. That was things got weird.
It's good.
They're gonna get weirder.
Every time I play Raylan, I regret not being a fighter. I wouldn't have died.
And you
there.
say that every time you play Raylan.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You've heard no
I
You
wouldn't
would
individual.
have died there, right?
I wouldn't have. No, because I could have re-rolled the damage, right?
Oh,
There's a chance I would have survived.
Yeah, but
I need to change Sparrow's alignment because it doesn't fit anymore, but I'm not sure. I have no idea what to change it to. So
Well-
I keep not doing it.
We'll figure that out. All right. Well, let me shut this thing down. Congratulations.